100-degree Sunday, and we're calling it a day. We got the lathe and all of its attributes together, and the thing that heats up
Forge.
forge forge, and so it's all ready for the young guy from work that Scott works with. And we still have some things in disarray, but we've reached that point where we're done. I got my plywood back in. Let's see if I can show you. This is just basically like it's been gessoed, but you can see how I've got texture in it. So we'll do a prompt game on that, maybe live from the garage on a day that maybe isn't quite so hot, or early morning or something. But anyway, we got the corner is about put back together. So Scott's pretty tickled. We still need to find a way to store the pipe clamps. So if any of you woodworking, tool using primates out there have any ideas for pipe clamps storage, fill us in. Send us a link to somebody that's done something cool. Mr. Scott?
So in the 60s, for some reason, the building codes people thought that it was acceptable to use gypsum board as sheathing, which is what that is. And I just hate that stuff. Down at the bottom, down at the sill plate,
Yes, you can see he's made some repairs. That white is caulking.
the insects and mice just gnaw right through that gypsum board.
Yep.
So
Hi, Pam.
I cut some boards and glued them in place, try to plug all that off. And my hope is that putting this plywood on the inside will give the building a lot more shear strength.
In case we have another one of those windstorms that comes through with shearing winds.
Well, even though we're 100 miles from the coast, we still get some devastating winds from hurricanes.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'm thinking this is a good idea to sheathe the inside of this building and give it some additional shear strength.
You had thought about putting up insulation too.
Yeah, I had thought about it, but you know, I just can't justify the cost.
Yeah.
Not when the ceiling's open.
Yeah. That's true.
So I was thinking today if I had a little rustic cabin somewhere,
Or even
yeah,
a little old house.
or a
that
little old house.
we would do this on the wall instead of
Yeah.
sheetrock.
It's a little more expensive than sheetrock, but
But it's
it
faster.
goes up quick, and I'd be perfectly happy with that.
Yeah, we can do that in a day. Sheetrock takes days and days and days. And then you've got to paint it and we had to paint this, but it didn't feel like an exhausting job because we weren't at it for days and days. That got wet. So there's where we are. Behind the ladder is the wood we decided to keep. And we're going to take a break from the garage at next weekend. We're not going to work on it. But I think our next go at the garage is we're going to pull everything that's along that side out of the garage and go ahead and do the plywood all the way over to the front corner and rework the lumber that we have stacked up behind there because it's all kinds of stuff. I think you've got plans to make some kind of rolling wood storage.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah. So he's got plans for this rolling wood storage where he could roll it out of the way and then roll it back in, which would be ideal. Again, this big table here, we're going to break down and he's going to make a smaller work table. So some of the components of it will go away and there'll be a smaller table. That table up there is for welding. That's a dresser we pulled off the side of the road. I think we shared that with you already. And that fan has been a lifesaver today. I'm telling you what, it's just been unreal. So again, this is the garage earth shop coming together. This that Scott built, I think he's talking about everything that he has in these bins. He's going to put in the new drawers that he got. We do have this other one here that I think he said he's going to offer for that guy if he'd like to buy it off him for the money we have in it. So that'll be something else that's out of the way. So it's going to really open up some space for you.
Yep.
We get
I'm
this
done.
we get this all organized and ready to go. He'll build me my next shelf for my art books.
I am done.
And Scott is done. Those are those things from his job.
Does anybody remember microfilm? So when I was a teenager, this is what the internet was. This
Yep.
is the closest thing we had to the internet.
Yep, diagrams. All right, guys, that's our wrap up for this weekend. We still have to make a run to the dump, and I think we're just going to stop somewhere and get burgers. And he'll do a turn off of the fan. Ooh. So now you don't.
A light buzz presentation.
A light buzz presentation? We haven't had a buzz.
You can hear the lights buzz.
We can hear the lights buzzing and the fan buzzing, but all right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Maybe.